Good morning, folks. Rodney here. We've got people in the chat already. Let's see here. We got, I can't seem to be scrolling down a bit. Let me see here. We got Night Train. We got Buying Space. We got Frank Rizzo, which is drone or Jody, drone shots. And then we have Hot Rod and Daytona's in there. We got Fun for Viewing, or it's Fun Viewing. We got Steven Drones. Hope everybody's weekend is starting off well. You're going to have to excuse me if I start coughing in the middle of the stream today. It's got a chest cold. Of course, I had to mention it. So hopefully that won't be too disturbing or too annoying. AZ Drone Dude, good morning. Mickey McH, good morning. Glad you guys could join us. Yellow Rose Drones, good morning. I believe your name is Mike, right, Yellow Rose? I think it is. I may be wrong, and if I am, please correct me and forgive me. But anyway, good to see you guys. Hope you enjoyed the sunrises this morning. Well, at least Dennis had a cloudy sunrise. So anyway, I'm waiting for guests to pop in. You needed to sweeten that coffee to kill that cold. You might be right. Lee, that's right. Lee. I'm sorry, Yellow Rose or Lee. I knew your first name. I just wasn't sure which one it was. Oh, excuse me. Cat, get in your bed. Leave me alone. Jeez. So anyway, hope everybody is doing. Oh my goodness, Cat, you are a mess. Excuse me, folks. Not sure if Dennis is coming in today. I think he might be, but I could be wrong. Anyway, had a great time yesterday. We had like a mini meetup. We had Al B. Drone, Danny McPeak. We had Brad Alston and Al Duran. And I had my friend from church, David Meadows, and then myself. And we were out at the church yesterday, and we flew some battery packs and had some great fellowship. A lot of fun. God bless America. Did you get your flying out of the way? Can't go away. My goodness. Cats, they have such an attitude. I'll apologize to her later. Anyway. You know what? Oh, excuse me, Rod. I really haven't been paying much attention to any news lately. Yeah, I just actually, to tell you the truth, I got tired of watching the news. There was never anything good in the news. It's always all the bad stuff, politics and this and that. And I just got tired of watching it, so I just quit watching it. Now, I pop into the Fox News web every now and then just to glance through it, but you're right, Ronnie. News is depressing. And you're right too, Mike. News is paid programming. So, and it usually, yeah, never mind. So anyway, I got a new drone. I bought, this is a Gep RC Smart 35. I've done one maiden flight. And actually, I've done 2 flights on it so far. And then I come to find out I couldn't increase the video output. And the last time I flew it, I went around the church building and lost the signal and ended up crashing. So, yeah, I agree. Alex, you have a good day, brother. Thanks for popping in. No DJI Air 3 or yeah, well, is that the kind of news you're talking about? Yeah, well, I'm not really interested in buying another camera drone, whether it's FPV or well, if it's FPV like this stuff back here, I might buy that, but I'm just getting away from trying to, the DJI drones just don't interest me much anymore. I mean, I still have my P4P and I have my Mavic Air 2, and I love them both to death, and keep I'll keep flying those. I also have the Spark, which I have been thinking a lot about selling, but we'll I'll cross that road when I get there. But anyway, a Defender 25. Okay. I'll have to look that one up. In fact, I'll do that right now. Oh yeah, okay. I have seen that. It's by iFlight. Yeah. It looks very similar to the Avata. Oh yeah, that's probably going to be a good drone. Carta Die, good morning or good evening to you. Hot Rod in Daytona. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Lovelady.
Mr. Bell.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How about you, sir?
I'm doing well.
Good.
And enjoyed your sundown.
Oh,
Song.
it wasn't Sundown. It was Carefree Highway.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was Carefree Highway.
But I'm happy to hear that it sounded like a song that you knew.
Well, I did agree. I guess I just got it confused because that song
I
was
know.
on the Sundown album.
I know. I know how much you like Gordon Lightfoot, so I was actually thinking of you when I learned that song. So.
Oh, good. I'm glad you learned it. It is a great song. In fact, in my opinion, every song Gordon Lightfoot ever wrote and sang was good.
Yeah. Have you ever heard In the Early Morning Rain? You probably have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that song.
In fact, I actually requested that one time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
I've done that a few times,
few
maybe
years
because
ago.
you
Yeah,
requested.
you have done it. So
Yeah.
but
I every time I think of that song, I think about my Uncle Clarence, who he was an amazing guitar player, an amazing singer. I'm not just saying that because he was my uncle. He had his own radio station in Texas and so on. But anyway,
wow.
yeah, he was kind of popular. But anyway, I think of that song, I think of him. He did it so well, and he did it often.
Cool. Have Drone Will Fly. Good morning. Welcome to the show. And he says, look up Dustin Wilson makes anything you want. Probably has some you want already. Oh, Midwestern Drones. Okay, I'll have to look him up.
$20.40. Where are you, Carter? Oh, in the Philippines or somewhere over there in Indonesia,
He's in
right?
Indonesia. I believe
Okay,
he's
yeah,
in
yeah.
Indonesia.
Right, right.
I think his handle used to be Dr. Drones or something like that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Indonesia. I've never been. I want to go.
TBH.
I'll probably be, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be in China next month or not. I might. We're trying
Are
to
you?
figure out how that's going to work out.
Yeah. That price to Australia sure looked nice.
Yeah, wasn't it? I don't remember. Was it 816 or 860 something? Anyway,
I can look
$800
it
from
up real
Atlanta
quick.
to
Got it
Sydney
right here.
round trip, and that includes carry-on baggage or checked baggage. Pretty amazing. And that was United Airlines too.
Yeah, United, 861.
861, yeah.
Now, is that one way
No, that's round trip.
round trip?
Yep. That's the dates are between April and June.
Oh, so this is probably one of those deals you have to go in this time frame or
Yeah, right. Yeah, I subscribe to Scott's Cheap Flights, and which it's not called Scott's Cheap Flights anymore. It's called Going now. But anyway, it used to be Scott's. But anyway, they send me emails when my preferred cities and preferred airports have good deals.
cool.
And that was one I saw yesterday.
Andy Callie, good morning and welcome to the stream. I see this must be your first time.
Hi, Andy. Hey, Rod, Hot Rod in Daytona. I saw you were in my chat, but then I didn't even know if I acknowledged you. I apologize. I miss so many people, so many things because got a lot going on.
So he's talking about hitchhiking a ride on SpaceX and renaming himself Hot Rod on Mars.
Well, it does have a ring to it. I like the ring.
It does, yeah.
It does. Yeah. I think we'd miss you.
I'm sorry, JSK Enterprise. Good morning, Leonard.
Hey, Leonard. I think we'd miss you though, Rod.
We would, I'm sure.
That's rather selfish of me to say, but
Well, we'd at least miss him for a little bit, just a tiny.
yeah. Yeah, who are you going to say go Navy to?
Who am I going to say?
You can say that to anyone, I guess, but it doesn't raise as much
let's
ire
see.
as it does when you say it to him.
Third Eye View, I think, was Army.
Oh, is that right? Well, there you go. That'll work. So
We
you've been
met him-
replaced, Rod.
We met him at Spin Up.
Yes, we did. I remember the day.
I think his name was Robert, wasn't it? Is it Robert Glacier?
I wish you hadn't asked me that. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not a social person. I'm just not. I'd love to be, not cut that way.
Buying Space, Myra, good morning. Mr.
Hey,
Crowley
Myra,
just
Elaine.
popped in. Good morning, Mr. Crowley. Sean, how
Hey,
you
Sean.
doing? Oh, he's busy this weekend. He's at the Pentagon all weekend.
Oh, well, yeah. Keeping that president safe.
I almost promise you he wouldn't be flying drones long at the Pentagon. But anyway, hey folks, I'm gonna put the link to the stream in the chat. If you care to join us, please feel free to do so. You know who I haven't seen this morning?
Who?
Dominic.
What President Ronnie says. I saw him in your, wait, did I? I'm fairly certain I saw him in your chat.
Dominic?
Yeah. I think you
Ah,
even said hello to him.
I may have.
But
I
you're
know
right. I don't.
I saw Peter in there.
I mentioned on my live stream, I don't think I had any Australia contingent, and I was gonna
Right.
do G'day G'day, but oh well.
Well, you should have done it anyway. Some of us Americans enjoy that song. I like it.
I do too. I think it's a cute song. Slim Dusty. He was a national treasure of Australia. Australia made him an official national treasure. He put out something like, I think it was 107 albums in his time.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's a
he's the
lot.
guy who wrote, the most famous that he wrote was probably Waltzing Matilda. You've heard of that song.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he
yeah.
also wrote G'day G'day and A Pub with No Beer. That's a cute song. And so many songs. He was pretty amazing. He didn't die. It wasn't that long ago he passed away.
Mr. Crowley in 2024. Ronnie said he was on my stream earlier.
Yeah, I was thinking so, yeah.
Yeah.
So we've done something to aggravate the Australian contingent. Oh well, what's new?
I don't know.
This must be the week for Australia and the United States to be angry.
Well, it's quite possible they all fell asleep.
Yeah. But Dominic doesn't sleep. He's like Rick Halber was. Rick Halber never slept, right? So
Well, that's true. That's true. So, Duranafly, good morning.
Al Duran.
Al Duran. Him and Brad came up yesterday and met with me and Al B. Droned and David Meadows. And
Yeah.
we
They mentioned that to me only so that I would realize that you hadn't invited me. So
well, I didn't know that you would come. I mean, after all, it is a 9-hour drive, but you're more than welcome to come up here anytime you want, brother, and you know
that's
that.
not the point.
Oh, so okay, I see how this is going to go.
That puts the pressure on me, you see, and that's not what we're trying to accomplish here. Look up that song sometime, Ronnie. I think you'll be kind of impressed what he can do with words. A pub with no beer.
Yep, a pub with no beer is a pub without patrons.
I don't mean with words, I mean with the concept. You can actually make it work.
I don't know what Myra was trying to type in, but she retracted the message twice, and then she says, "I can't get it right."
I can't get it right. Message retracted. Well, okay.
Well,
and I probably agree with you, Myra Elaine.
So, man, I didn't wake up till like 6:05 this morning.
6:05.
Yeah.
I got up at 5:50. Took a shower. I do that every year. Not getting up at 5:50.
Not the point, Rodney. Prejudging Dennis. So, yeah, I woke up and I'm like, oh my goodness. Valerie was already up before me. That's unusual on a weekend.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Chris Jackson, RC Aviation. Good morning from Looney Tunes, Maryland.
Looney Tunes, Maryland. That is one of the few states that are northeast of me that I didn't hit a couple of weeks ago. Oh, wait, did I? Maybe I did.
What state was that?
Maryland.
You at least went through it.
Yeah, threw a little piece of it. Huh.
You had to go through it to get to Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
When you drove up, how did you go? Did you go straight up 95?
I take 85 over to yeah, I guess to 95. And I'm in Charlotte, right? In
80,
Charlotte.
85 and 95 meet.
In Charlotte,
So,
right?
huh?
They meet in Charlotte?
No, I think it's St. Petersburg is where they meet. Hang on. I can look
St.
it up real
Petersburg,
quick.
Florida?
Huh?
They wouldn't meet in St. Petersburg, Florida.
No, Virginia.
Oh, I don't recall a St. Petersburg, Virginia.
Well,
I think it seems to me that in Charlotte I pick up. Oh, I pick up.
oh, it's not St. Petersburg. It's Petersburg, Virginia.
Okay, that's.
But that's where they meet up. That's where
Yeah.
85 runs into 95. And then 95 takes you through Richmond.
So if I were going to go today to Harrisburg, it seems like in Charlotte I pick up 40 and then head east and then maybe 95. So I got my directions here.
Oh, you went up via Charlotte, North Carolina?
Yeah, because 85 runs straight into that. 10 hours, 52 minutes to get to Harrisburg. Yeah, in Charlotte I pick up, it's not 40. I pick up 77.
77.
And then 81.
And then,
And
okay,
81.
then 81. Yeah, so 81 takes you up through
Right into
Hagerstown.
Harrisburg. Yeah,
So
right into Harrisburg.
you went through, so that would have taken you through Winchester, Virginia, then Martinsburg, Maryland, Hagerstown, Maryland, and then
Yeah.
so you went up 81 all the way to Harrisburg.
Yep, yep.
Oh,
And I hit
okay.
just the northwest corner of Maryland there. Yeah.
Yeah,
I must have blinked and missed it.
you may have. But when you went through Hagerstown, you were close to Chris Jackson.
Is that right?
He lives in
He didn't even say
Hagerstown.
hi.
Huh?
He didn't even say hi.
I know it. But did you wave at him when you went by?
Probably not.
Well, you should have said, yeah, I did. See, then that way the onus would have been on him.
But then I have to be honest. So
Gotcha, brother.
that always gets in my way, you know. So I did. I should write all the states that I was in. So I was in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. Is that right after Virginia? After North Carolina, it is. Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania. Then from Pennsylvania, I drove up to Maine. So whatever I went through to get to there. And coming back, I was in Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New York, North Carolina, and whatever other. Oh, I was in Connecticut for a bit. I know for sure.
Well, yeah, you definitely had to drive through there.
Yeah.
Because you came back down 95, right?
I don't remember anymore. It was a zigzag trip, right? Because I I went from Susan Lee's place to Rhode Island to meet up with Mark Fisher, and would have been Michael. I hope Michael Blade is feeling better by now. By the way, it's been weeks now, but I didn't get to meet him because he was not feeling well. But then I went from there to I'm sorry, I went to Massachusetts. I saw Mr. Crowley.
Yep. Yeah.
And then from there, I went to Rhode Island. And from Rhode Island, I went to New York to Virginia, Virginia to North Carolina, and then home.
Yeah, you made quite the trip.
It was a little bit zigzaggy. Saw a lot of A lot of good people.
Yeah, we had we had a lot of fun up in Harrisburg, even if it was, at least for me, just 2 days.
Yeah.
And not even quite full 2 days. Still had a good time.
Yeah.
We got to meet up with Max and
Max and Tammy.
Tammy. Michael Blade, good morning. Let's see. I'm sure there's people I missed. Did I say good morning to Johnny Drone Flyer? If I didn't, good morning, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Chris Jackson, RC Aviation, good morning. Duranafly, Mr. Crowley. Yeah, I think I got everybody.
Well, last week, Al Duran published a video that he made while I was there. We made I guess he made it while I was there. But I think it includes some of my footage that the firefighters rehearsing in the
Yeah. He
river
was
rescue.
on. Was it last Sunday's or last Saturday's?
It was Saturday because when he gave me a call, I was doing landscaping work at the church, so it was Saturday. He said that's going to be published in about an hour. So
And was that last Saturday?
it wasn't it?
Or the Saturday before last? I don't
I'm fairly
remember.
certain it was last Saturday. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, the days are all mixed up for me. Oh, well, I'm going to be moving jobs.
You're changing your employer?
No, same employer, but I'm having to go to a different job because the contract that I am on now is taking some pay or some funding.
Oh, taking a hit on funding?
Taking a hit on funding. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So this is why I like working for the company I work for. They did what they could to keep me employed. So they moved me to a different contract.
That's great.
Yeah, it is. So, and my choices were move to the other contract or get laid off. So I chose go to the other contract.
Death or taxes? Death or taxes? Yeah. No, it's sex or taxes, isn't it? Sex or I don't remember that Monty Python thing. Sex or death? That's what it was. Sex or death? Sex or death? Which do I choose?
It was 1965, and I was standing in front of my aunt's bookstore watching cars.
Did you hear me say how old the song Radar Love is?
No, I didn't hear that.
Do you realize that song is about 10 years older than Adrian Mateo?
Is that right?
It's 49 years old.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Oh God, it is.
1974.
Yeah.
I was trying to learn that, and I don't know that I might give up on it, but or at least for now. But yeah, that's 49 years old. I couldn't believe it when I saw that.
Yeah. Did you see what Ronnie was talking about? He said in 1965 he was standing in front of his aunt's bookstore, and his mom called him to the back room, and I guess he got to the back room and a car crashed through the front doors.
My goodness gracious.
Talk about miracles.
Crazy. Wow.
That is crazy.
That's a God thing.
Yep. Yeah, you were definitely blessed that day. So what you got planned for today?
I don't have plans for today. It's starting to get cool. It's much cooler now than it was when I got up.
Yeah,
that's kind of backward, isn't it? supposed to work that way?
Do what?
I said that's kind of backward, isn't it?
Yeah.
Should make it warmer after sunrise. Of course, the sun didn't rise, so I guess that's why.
Well, surprisingly, I was expecting cloud cover this morning.
Well, that was
And
beautiful. That gold. Oh my goodness.
yeah, it was beautiful. And guess what? The clouds are coming in as we speak.
Yeah.
So, because I was thinking if it's going to stay nice, all day, because they've been calling for rain. They actually called for rain to start earlier than in the morning.
Yeah, we got rain last night. I haven't checked to see. Let's see how much.
But
Oh, we got about an inch of rain last night.
I'm sorry.
We got about an inch of rain last night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So let me get that off there.
Still snowing. And
Oh wow!
Mike, you're in Michigan, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Have to go do a little shoveling again. Oh man.
No fun at all. We are all blessed.
Yes. Yes, I agree, Ronnie. Brad Austin, good morning. He came in earlier and I missed him. So sorry about that.
Brad. So I got a call from Alder, a video call from Alderan and Brad Alston. Apparently you had already gone, but
Oh, did you?
yeah, they were telling on you
What were they saying?
that you'd had a drone meetup and neglected to include one of your best friends.
Oh, well.
One of your ex best friends.
One of my ex-friends. Oh man. Well, in that case.
You caught me drinking.
Oh yeah. I now that you mentioned, I have noticed that you have been keeping the Rodney Bell logo facing you.
Yes. Yeah.
So
See my cup?
I guess that's how I can tell if you're mad at me.
My mother, my stepfather's name was Azzie, Azzie, and people called him Ace.
Ace?
My mother had a magnet that was holding an ace of clubs, right?
Oh yeah.
And if she was happy with my stepfather, that magnet would be at the top of the refrigerator. And if she was really angry with her, it would be at the bottom of the refrigerator.
Oh my
like
goodness.
a flag being at half mast, right? So
hey, good morning, little llama Laura. Yeah. No.
she did that for years.
Well, I guess I'm gonna do my chores.
No.
Yeah.
Why
Not
would you
right.
want to do
Not
that?
right at this instant.
If you do your chores, then you won't have anything to do after they're done.
Oh, believe me, that's not true. I got this to work on.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a chore that you could get into, I guess.
I replaced the flight controller.
Yeah.
And I powered it up. I didn't see the short on the ESC. I fired the motors up.
See you, Ronnie.
Have a good one, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Fiberglass.
Fired the motors
okay.
up.
So I spun up the motors. It was okay. Gave it throttle, and all of a sudden, right here, you probably can't see it, but it lit up like a Christmas tree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty.
And burned up the ESC. So now I got to replace it. and that's what I'm going to do today. Wayne B., good morning.
Hi, Wayne.
Ronnie, you have a good day, brother. So, but yeah, that's my plan for today.
I need to make a note to look up the song was it called In America by Charlie Daniels? Do you know that song?
No, I don't
I think
believe.
that's what it's called.
I can look it up though.
I can too, but I'm making a note first. Charlie Daniels Band. Cool. Sounds like something he would do. I mean, he's done a lot of patriotic songs.
Yeah.
Hey,
America.
Tomas is here.
Tomas. Ray of sunshine.
Hi, Ray of Sunshine.
Okay, he's asking, he says, great day, everyone. I'm inspired to film a sunrise watching Ronnie posts and now hearing you. Any tips for getting the best sunrise shot?
You know, I tried that for years and years and years. Never could get it right. Then I realized I had to get up earlier.
I guess that's about the best tip you can get. And no two sunrises are alike.
No, they aren't.
As sunsets as well. So
no, yeah.
So ray of sunshine. The only thing I would give you a tip on is, like Dennis says, get up early enough to catch it.
That's
and
right.
and look for a day that's well, every sunrise is beautiful. Every sunset is beautiful.
That's true.
Some are more beautiful than others.
Yeah.
But just, look for a fairly clear sky. If it's cloudy a little bit, no problem. Sometimes best looking sunsets are got some clouds mixed in with it. So just thing is, just get up and go for it.
Oh, I do know this song. I'd forgotten about it. Well, the eagle's been flying low and the eagle's been flying slow and the flag's been flying low. And a lot of people saying that America's fixing to fall. Yeah. Well, speaking just for me and some people from Tennessee, we got a thing or two to tell you all. Yeah, I remember this.
I might remember it if I hear it.
Yeah.
The words don't sound familiar to me, but
Yeah. Let me see if I can find the chords for that. I'm just curious.
uh-oh. I got to check my drone memory card. It went through the washing machine. That should be okay as long as
It should be
dry.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I would let it dry naturally, and then once it's dry, I would use a microfiber cloth to wipe off any residue. Or if you want to use some chemical to clean it, you can use, well, it used to be called tuner cleaner. But there are cleaners you can get that are intended for electronics. I would not use any other cleaner. Too corrosive.
Anyway. Here's the original flight controller for that drone.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with it. I mean, everything worked on it. It just every time I tried to go do a loop or a roll, it would desync and it just spin out of control. Menendez Drone Ops, good morning.
Good morning. I was just looking at these chords. They're unusual but not difficult.
So, have you given Bye Mom any more practice?
A little bit, but I'm not there yet. Maybe tomorrow, though, because like I said, I don't have other plans. So that is one thing that I tend to do on my Saturday afternoons if I'm not out and about. Also, yesterday I spent a lot of time on making sure I could play most of the songs that I planned to do today. But I like the requests. I really, really, really do. They keep me on my toes.
Yeah, Mike, I think you're right. Desync is usually the motor or the ESC, but since that's an all-in-one flight controller board, which includes the ESC, and I'd replaced all the motors and it still was desyncing, that was my only option, is to replace that flight controller. So now any other drone, any other one of my drones other than the Baby Hawk, I would just I would replace the ESC. But anyway. Sounds like you might be coming down with a little cough too, huh?
It's never really gone away since I got back from that trip.
Yeah, that's what you get for going from one extreme to the other.
Loving me. You gave me an idea.
I did?
You did. That's what you get for loving me.
Oh.
You forget these songs for years, right?
That's a good song. That's a Bob Dylan song, isn't it?
He might have written it, yeah. I don't know who made it popular.
Or was that Gordon Lightfoot?
Oh, I don't know.
Is that the name of it?
For Loving Me. For Loving Me by Gordon Lightfoot.
Yep. That's what I knew it was either Bob Dylan or Gordon Lightfoot. Yeah. For Loving Me, written by Gordon Lightfoot.
Anyway, that's what you get for what? Going out and having a good time with my friends? That's what I get?
Going into all that cold weather and stuff.
Well, I tell you what, I missed the really, really cold weather by a couple of days. Thank God.
Oh, yeah.
Mount Washington. You know Mount Washington up in New Hampshire?
No, not personally.
It's famous for having the fastest straight line winds, I think, in the Northern Hemisphere or in the United States or something. But anyway, north in New Hampshire at Mount Washington, there was a record low, what's the word I want? What's the adjustment of temperature? You know, it's 31 degrees. It feels like this. Wind chill
factor.
Record low wind chill factor for the United States, minus 107.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that would have been the 5th or the 6th of this month. Minus 107.
Man, that's crazy.
That's cold. That's Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Hey, Ray of Sunshine, I usually buy most of my parts either from Get FPV, Race Day Quads FPV, or RC and Go. And no, none of my frames are 3D printed. Well, at least not by me. Most of those frames that I have are carbon fiber, so Can you use carbon fiber to print 3D
Yeah.
print? Oh, you
Hi,
can?
Mike, Copper State. You can use the carbon fiber mix. It's it's plastic mixed with carbon fiber.
Oh, okay.
It's a composite, and
Composite.
yeah, it has pretty good resiliency, but and I don't know if it's more prone to shatter than real carbon fiber or not, but I do know that it's prone to shatter. So if you if you crash into, let's say you crash at speed into a tree, um, it the body's not as apt to survive as it would if it was just standard PLA.
Right, right. Hey, Mike, good morning, Copper State area. So, Brad Austin asked me yesterday, he has a printer for sale and he was giving me a good price, but we were talking and I asked him if it could do TPU and he said, no, it couldn't. So,
You need a cage for TPU.
do you?
You need I mean, pretty much any 3D printer can probably, I don't know if it can handle those sorts of temperatures. I don't know what printer it was, but yeah, the problem is that it prints, TPU needs a very high temperature. And so even if there's a little breeze in your house, or you have an air conditioner on or something like that, it can mess up the constant temperature of that.
Oh, so it would need to be enclosed, protected from.
Correct.
I got you.
I made an enclosure for my printer, but I stopped using it because the doors never worked properly. And I just, if you're printing nylon or TPU and a few other things, you really need a high temperature. And when you're printing at that high temperature, the slightest fluctuation can cause it to not to fail.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
So did I say Mike Copper State is in the
Yeah, you did. You said good morning to him.
Cool.
Stephen Jones said he rode his motorcycle up there 3 times. I think he's met Mount Washington because you were talking about it at the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't. It's famous, I guess, for that. Maybe for something else. It's not the highest point in the United States. That's what, Mount Mitchell?
I thought it was Mount McKinley. Or are
I
you
think
talking
you're
in
right.
the continuous United States?
Contiguous, yeah.
Contiguous? Okay, well, then I'm not sure. I know Mount McKinley is in Alaska.
Right.
And I believe that's the tallest mountain in America. You know what? I got Google right here.
Really, Google's whether they're visiting or.
No, it pops in from time to time, you know.
Just passing through.
Well, sometimes it camps out for days. It gets irritating sometimes.
Must be making maps of Colonial Beach.
Okay, so apparently Mount McKinley is not Mount McKinley anymore, but Mount Denali.
I knew that. They had a reason for they renamed it to its original name, its Indian name. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Hang on a minute. Okay. Oh, in the state. Somebody asked if Mount Rainier was the tallest mountain in the continental United States. It's the highest mountain in Washington,
Yeah, that's true for sure.
but fifth tallest in the lower 48. Mount St. Elias. Let's see. Hang on a minute.
I didn't even know that one.
That's in Alaska. That's in Alaska. That's in Alaska. That's in Alaska.
Okay, Mount Washington is the highest peak in the northeastern United States at 6288.2 feet. Notorious for its erratic weather.
Mount Whitney, I think, is the tallest in the contiguous United States, because it's 11th after Mount Hunter in Alaska.
Huh.
So the top 10 highest mountains are in Alaska, at least according to this.
Well, that's not surprising. I've seen some of those peaks in Alaska. It's crazy territory up there.
Oh, I imagine so. I've never been, but I could have gotten stationed in Alaska on ADAC. Nobody wanted to go to ADAC.
I didn't. You
Do
all right?
Yeah, that chest cold is killing me.
What's ADAC?
ADAC, Alaska. It's an island in the Aleutian Chains.
Oh, okay.
Huh. Yeah. Anyway, Dennis, I think I'm going to go ahead and call this one.
All right, sir. Well, it's been fun. Thanks for having me on.
Been nice, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry I made you an ex-best friend. I certainly didn't mean to.
I'm over it.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
It took me a few seconds, but I'm over it now.
Well, I'm glad you got a Frank Rizzo, drone shots. Jody, good morning.
Just looking at your temperatures for tomorrow around sunrise time, that'd be 34 degrees and cloudy. It looks like 0% chance of rain. So I wouldn't blame you if it didn't fly at 34 degrees, but there you go. That's your weather forecast from the Love Lady channel.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Actually, we'll see how I feel tomorrow.
Yeah, there is that.
If this chest cold gets any worse, I may not feel like.
Yeah. But take care of yourself first. That's most important.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't have flown this morning, but I looked out my window and I said, "Nah, I gotta fly this one."
That was beautiful.
It just looked too pretty.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was really nice. So thanks,
right,
Rodney. You have a great day. Get some rest.
You too, brother, and I will.
We'll see you next time.
All righty. Bye. Everybody in the chat, you all have a great day. Don't forget tomorrow morning, the Sunday sunrise cruise starting with Drone Bum. Coming to me if I feel up to it and the weather allows. On to Dennis Lovelady. Since Fly Natural is in California, he's probably not going to be flying the sunrise in the morning. But so after Dennis will be Chris Hope, and after Chris Hope, of course, will be Johnny Drone Flyer with Drones and Coffee. So look forward to seeing you all there. You all have a great day. Love y'all. Bye now.